Thanks for tuning in to Farberware Cooking Classics. I'm Daria, and wow, do I have a really great recipe for you today. It will be perfect for any holiday meal. We're going to be making a roasted pork loin with a coffee barbecue sauce. I have here a 5-pound rib roast that I want to generously season with some kosher salt and some fresh black pepper. So let's get that on there. You want it to be nice and generous. And some fresh black pepper. Try and get it evenly so your guests don't get one big bite of pepper. I think that looks good. We'll pop this into a 400-degree oven for about 15 minutes to start. Next, we're going to be making our coffee barbecue sauce. First, I'm going to start off by putting a little bit of oil into my saucepan, some onions that we've already chopped, and some garlic. So we want to put this on our stove and let the vegetables get tender. So we'll saute it for a few minutes before we add the rest of our ingredients. This should take about 5 minutes. So we're ready to put all the rest of our ingredients to make our coffee barbecue sauce. I'm starting off with some coffee that I've brewed in my Farberware coffee and tea maker. I've used the strong setting. I'm going to add about half a cup. Then I'm going to add 1 cup of honey. This will give it some really good sweet flavor to it. I'm going to add a cup of ketchup for some acidity and a little bit of bite. I have a half a cup of balsamic vinegar and a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. We'll mix all that together here. We'll get it on our stove and let it simmer for about a half an hour so it gets nice and thick. So we'll get that going. So my sauce is all ready. It's been simmering for a half an hour. All of the flavors have come together and it's gotten nice and thick. I have my pork in the oven. We started it at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. I then lowered the temperature to 250 degrees and it's been in there for about 15 minutes longer. But we're ready to start basting. Oh, and it's looking great already. Let's bring it over here. And I have a pastry brush here. This is a really great heat-resistant pastry brush, so it'll be fine to go in the hot sauce as well as on the pork. We'll get that out of the way, and we'll start basting. You want to be really generous with this. If you want to start and pour a tiny bit over, but you don't want it to drip on your pan too much and let it burn in your oven. So we'll keep basting. You want to get the sides. Of course, you'll have some drips. Just try not to make it too much because remember, you'll be basting this about every 15 minutes for the rest of the time it will be in the oven, approximately 24 minutes a pound. So I think we've got a nice thick coating of our basting to start off. I'm going to pop this back in our oven that's set at 250 degrees. I'm going to check it every 15 minutes and baste it then, and in 2 hours total cook time, our meat will be ready. Again, don't forget, if you want the full recipe, you can find all of them at our website. So I just took my pork roast out of the oven. I used a meat thermometer to make sure that in the center my meat registered at 165 degrees for safety. Look at how beautiful the sauce came out. It's so glossy and rich. I can't wait to take a taste. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I had the best time. Till next time, bon appetit.